First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. Yahweh is who this world ignorantly calls God. Yahushai is who this world ignorantly calls Jesus. Bahashim means in the name, Rakab means spirit, and Quadash means holy. And that's all in the Paleo Hebrew. I also want to give double honors to the elder bishops and apostles of Great Millstone that taught me this truth. This is Amos chapter 8 and verse 11. It says, Behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of Yahweh. And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of Yahweh, and shall not find it. Okay, and that's what I wanted to talk about today, is the famine of the word and how slowly we're getting to that point. As the brother titled this video, Happening Now. This will open the doors to shutting down free speech, famine of hearing the word. Okay, because here it is, the House, they're trying to pass a bill, or if they've already passed a bill, that would ban TikTok, right, for everybody in the United States. So they would ban TikTok because it's owned by a Chinese person, a Chinese organization. And I'm going to pretty much play the video, they break it down, but they're trying to go through the routes of China could take our information. Right, but the point of that, where that knowledge is flawed, is that China is already taking our information, right? Facebook, right, other words known as Meta, Twitter, Instagram, right? They sell your information and they sell it to the highest bidder, right? So if it just turns out that China wants that information, they could just buy it off Meta, Instagram, right? Pay money for it. So this viewpoint that they're trying to go through of TikTok losing information is flawed. Right? Why they're actually trying to do this is to bring in the famine of the word, right? To restrict information that is coming out because, as I was saying, TikTok is one of the biggest free speech or apps that you can push on. Right? Here it is. There's information about what happened on 2020 on there. There's information about who those people are crossing the border are, who they really are, right? NATO, troops. There's information coming out about and who the true Israelites are, right? There's information coming out about what's about to happen in the future, the times we're in, right? Ukraine, all that, right? It's all types of things, okay? And that's why TikTok is one of the ways a lot of people actually became so-called woke, right? Because it spreads like wildfire. The algorithm on there, it goes crazy. And everybody and their mamas is on TikTok, right? Everybody. You have kids, 3 years old that are on TikTok. And they could come across some random truth video to what's going on. And here it is, they'll tell their mom. And their mom will tell this and this. And it spreads like wildfire. And that's why they want to stop it, because it's too much information coming out and they can't control it. Ultimately, leading to this, prophecy being fulfilled. Them locking down on so-called free speech, because we don't actually have free speech. Right, try going on any platform and talk about those people in Israel with the small little black cats and see how fast you'll get shut down. Right? A man once said, if you want to know who's in control, look at who you can't talk about. But, hey, we all know what's going down, and this is just another step. Let me play this video and get straight to it.
Two-thirds being in the affirmative, the rules are suspended, the bill is passed, and without the objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table. Okay. Pursuant to Clause 8 of Rule 20, the unfinished business is a question on suspending the rules and passed Senate 1278, which the clerk will report by title.
Senate 1278, an act to designate the federal building located at 985 Michigan Avenue in Detroit, Michigan, as the Rosa Parks Federal Building and for other purposes.
The question is, will the bill suspend the rules and pass the bill? So many as are in favor say aye. Those opposed, no. In the opinion of the chair, two-thirds being in the affirmative, the rules are suspended, the bill is passed, and without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table.
Developing tonight, TikTok, the incredibly popular video-sharing platform, takes a blow from the U.S. House of Representatives.
Yeah, a broad bipartisan group of lawmakers voted today to ban TikTok here in the U.S. The vote rocked the 170 million users who use TikTok here in the U.S., a lot of them urging lawmakers to reconsider, but Congress fears TikTok is a security threat because it's owned by a Chinese company.
Omar Lewis has been monitoring the developments. He joins us live from the News Center. Omar.
Yeah, Micah and Sandra, the bill overwhelmingly passed in the House by a vote of 352 to 65. It now heads to the Senate, where its future is unclear. Meanwhile, TikTok supporters, they're calling the bill a violation of free speech as they fight against the potential ban. The news spread like wildfire across TikTok on Wednesday.
Now we should get concerned.
The bill needed two-thirds majority, which obviously you can see it got.
Just make them know that you do not support this TikTok ban.
As lawmakers in the House of Representatives overwhelmingly voted to approve a bill that could lead to a nationwide ban of the social media app used by 170 million Americans if its China-based owner, ByteDance Ltd, doesn't sell its stake.
Our intention is for TikTok to continue to operate, but not under the control of the Chinese Communist Party.
Their concern is that the company's current ownership structure is a national security threat, with the Chinese government able to gain access to the data of American TikTok users anytime it wants.
We must protect our national security and help keep America's private data out of the hands of our foreign adversaries. I urge support of this bill.
ByteDance has long denied that it could be used as a tool of the Chinese government and says it's never shared U.S. user data with Chinese authorities. TikTok recently sent out a notification urging users to contact their lawmakers and speak out against the potential ban. They even gave them the number to dial as the hashtag #HeatTikTok took off on the platform. Some lawmakers received so many calls they had to turn off their phone. TikTok supporters say the bill is a violation of free speech.
Biden, don't take away the app. Let us keep our silly little TikToks where we can make friends, where we can laugh, and maybe where we can get some voters out to actually vote for you.
And I think it'll die in the Senate.
The Senate would also have to pass the measure for it to become law. Lawmakers in that chamber indicate that it would undergo a thorough review.
I would look at the Constitution. What is the role of the government here? This is not our job to do this. And I think there should be a broader conversation about the role of tech and consumer data, but it's got to be applied across the board here to every tech.
If approved, the bill would give ByteDance about 5 months to sell TikTok. Otherwise, it becomes illegal for app stores like Apple and Google to make it available for download. Meanwhile, President Biden says if Congress passes the measure, he will sign it. That's the latest here live in the newsroom. I'm Omar Lewis. Sandra, Micah, we'll send it back to you.
All right, Omar, thank you.
And
Pass the bill.
Two-thirds being
we know that this type of a law, right, if they were to ban TikTok, that would cause all types of problems, chaos, right, in this society, because a lot of people are stuck on those damn apps. Right, I say it all the time. Those algorithms are literally made to keep you on there. Right, you like one piece of content, it's gonna show you 10 more pieces of content exactly of what you like. Right, so they make it so that you don't get off, so that you stay there scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, right, and just wasting your time feeding your energy into the machine, right, into the matrix, making the money, right, because either you're a consumer or you're a producer. Right, either they're making money off you or you're making money off them. That's how this world works, right? But let's read Daniel chapter 8 and verse 25. It says, and through his policy, right, and this is talking about the Edomites, right, those in rulership right now. It says, and through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand. Right, and that policy, that word goes into pretty much a legislation. Right, let's see what it says in the blue letter. Policy, this is the right word. Prudence, insight, understanding, right? Cunning, and this is the right word. Let me check once again. Yep, prudence, insight, understanding, right? Because they know how to make things work through that legislation, right? Because they know if they ban TikTok, they have more control over the applications, and that leads to this and that and that. It's a slow process, right? It's like boiling the frog. Right, you can't just throw a frog into boiling hot water, or else just jump out. The way you do it is you put the frog in the water and you slowly start raising the temperature. It's called gradualism. Right, it's going to reach the point where the frog doesn't notice he's in boiling water, and by the time he realizes, he's dead. Right, he got cooked. That's exactly what's happening in this government, in this society. Right, the government, the elite are slowly making small, meticulous moves to take away our freedoms and to bring in complete authoritarian, right, totalitarian type of rule, right, where nobody has freedoms. You got to do what the government says, or else you're cut off. Fulfilling prophecy. But let's read the scripture as I was saying. It says, and through his policy, right, a course or principle action adopted or proposed by a government, party, business, or individual, pretty much legislation, laws. And through his policy also he shall cause the craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many. Right, what are they saying right now? Right, we're trying to protect you guys. Right, we're trying to make sure China doesn't get your information. Right, by the way of peace, they shall destroy many. Right, because ultimately this is going to make it so you have less freedom. Right, less leeway on what you can talk about. It says that he shall also stand up against the prince of princes. Right, talking about Yahweh Shai. Hey, what did Isaiah chapter 34 say? Right, when Yahweh Shai comes back, he's coming back to a nation, a world ruled by Esau Edom, so-called white man. But he shall be broken without hand. Right, they're going to be destroyed at the end of the day. But the point is that through his policy, he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand. That's the way Esau does things, is he sets it up by law, right? And he justifies it by his own law, right? For example, if you wanted to say, yeah, it's okay for grown men to be with little kids now, and he passes a law, it would be a normalized thing in society, and everybody would accept it, right? That's how he pushes things, forwards his agendas, is justifying himself with his own made-up laws, right? And pushing it on the people, and telling them, if you don't follow this, you're cut off. This is going to happen to you. You're going to be jailed, even though it can go completely against your morals. Complete wickedness. But ultimately, this is the strategy of Satan, right, of these people. Let's read it. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 11. It says, lest Satan, right, now you got to remember, that word Satan goes into Satanas in the Greek, right, it means adversary, right, one who opposes another in purpose or act. The name given to, and it gives all these, but I wanted to focus on the definition B, a Satan-like man, right? And that's what the Edomites are right now, right? They are the wicked, right? They are the evil people in this story that we're living in. So ultimately, that's what it's talking about. It's not talking about the spiritual demon Satan. It says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices, right? And this is one of the devices of the wicked elite, right? Is the laws and legislations, right? Is a social media, right? The news, right? Look at who controls all the news, and you'll realize who's in control, right? Kanye came out and said the information. What happened to him? Overnight, he was a billionaire and he became a millionaire, right? Because he's talking against the people that control everything, the wicked. And the way, we're not ignorant of his devices, straight to the point, right? We know where this is leading to, right? So first it's going to be TikTok, then it's going to be Facebook, then it's Instagram, right? Then it's YouTube, okay? And then you can't post anything online unless you get digitally verified, and if you have latest with the vaccines, right? If you're going against the narrative of the government online, you'll get jailed, you'll get sentenced. It is leading to that path, right? We see Canada already passing bills to even do that, right? Search up Canada C367 bill, and you'll find a bill going into how they're gonna jail people for life for being anti-Semitic or hate speech. Search it up. It's already happening right now, and this is prophecy being fulfilled. Let's read another one, because a lot of people, this is gonna catch them lacking, right? The prophecies, they're playing out in full effect, but they're sleeping, right? And let's read it. Ecclesiastes chapter 5 and verse 7. It says, make no tarrying to turn to Yahweh, and put not off from day to day, for suddenly shall the wrath of Yahweh come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed, and perish in the day of vengeance, right? So those right now taking their time, being lukewarm, straddling the fence, right? They're gonna get caught lacking, right? So imagine if you're being lukewarm, right? You know a little bit of the word, but you're not doing the right thing. Imagine those that do not know anything, how this is gonna catch them. Imagine one day they just say, yup, YouTube is out the window. Yup, we passed a bill where if you talk about this, it's illegal, right? Oh yeah, if you don't take the vaccine, you can't go to your job now. You can't get water. You can't get food, right? You need to take that chip in order to do all these things. That's the end game, right? And to those that are completely lost, is gonna come like a thief. He's gonna come like a thief in the night. When you least expect it, he's gonna pull down your pants and absolutely just never mind. You know what I'm saying, right? But I just want to touch on that fact because this looks like an innocent thing, right? Oh, China, this and that, but you got to look at why, right? Why would the elite want to do this? Why would the government want to do this? This is bigger than just China. And like I said in the beginning of the video, it ultimately goes back to this, to take the profits off the internet, right? That's what it comes down to. Because this information about the elite being completely tyrannical, and there's a group of people that won the world, that's been happening for years. Everybody knows that, right? Everybody knows there's information. Hey, the CDC even said the vaccine was fucked up, right? Everybody knows that, right? But what's something that has changed, right? What's the information now that's coming out that's really making people awaken and change their mindset? The truth, the scriptures, who the Israelites are, the prophecies. That's what's really making people shake their heads and really realize, oh, this is what's really going on. Oh, I'm an Israelite, right? That's the information they've been hiding for so long that now is being put forth to the line, right? Now is being put forth on blast, and you can't stop it. But that's what they're trying to do. But ultimately fulfilling prophecy. I'm going a little bit off the top right now, right? Off topic, but hey, we're in that time. I'll read this scripture, brother posted right here. Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 3, it says, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie." Right, going into the prophecies. Right now they're speaking. It says, "Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry." And that's what's happening right now. This is part of the prophecy being fulfilled, slowly getting there. And the thing about the prophecies is that Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai has to have these people enact them into a real life. Right? The prophecies don't just come up out of nowhere. No, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai works on the minds of these presidents, these people on top, to push rules, legislations to fulfill the prophecies. And that's what we're seeing right now. So I just wanted to touch on that, talk about it, link it all together, right? Stay on top of the hammer, man. Stay on top of news. Blow that trumpet in the mountain of Israel. Warn the people. And hopefully this is edifying. With that, give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushai, Ba'ashim, Rakakwadah. Double honors to the outer bishops and apostles of Great Millstone that taught me this truth. Shalom, Tila, Shalom.